perhaps. Yeah, just put a pin in it. For the bulletin board, we'll discuss that. But coming up, we're going to discuss some changes to the Crimson Combine that actually have me interested now. We'll discuss next on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Thanks again for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, there have been some changes to the Crimson Combine that actually have me a little bit intrigued about what they're going to do out there. They're adding 7-on-7 work, which I'm here for it.
See, I told everybody we need to go ahead and just wait and see what they're going to do, see what they're going to provide. And it looks like they're going to have actual football. Gabe Eichert over there from the Oklahoma Breakdown posted a tweet specifically about that. And, he said that you've got O-line, D-line one-on-ones, which, based upon the rumors of how Giovanni Gibson got hurt, sounds like he was blocking and somebody fell on his leg while he was blocking. That's an unfortunate football injury. That's just a football injury. It just happens. But what O-line, D-line one-on-ones means it's just going to be guys battling. You can see how that looks. The 7-on-7 will be fun. You get to see, wide receivers versus DBs and see some catches being made and some cool stuff. And then
John Mateer throwing the ball.
John Mateer throwing the ball. Michael Hawkins throwing the ball. You get to see some competition there. Half-line, physical run game drills, which is dope. Special teams, so you get to see some punts and kicks caught. You get to see guys probably try to catch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 punts, 8, 9, 10. So it'll be good and fun with that. And then, of course, some position drills. So you may see some one-on-ones between the wide receivers and the DBs. If anything, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fan interaction and opportunities to kind of see what a practice looks like for the Sooners, which that makes it completely open to the public. Buy your ticket, show up, you get to watch the practice, and then you get to go get autographs, get on the field, hang out. It sounds like the agenda is going to be nice. I had a parent hit me up and tell me about some of the practice stuff that's coming down the line, and it seems like it's going to be fun. I've gotten more and more excited about being there for this. I will be there Saturday, so if you're around, find your boy. I'll be floating around, but I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, and to me, adding the 7-on-7 stuff makes it more interesting because it gives you your first look at John Mateer. You get your first opportunity to see him in quasi-live action, throwing the football, doing what he does well, and getting those wide receivers involved. And I think that, to me, is the most intriguing. That changed my perspective on the Crimson Combine because so much of it was it just was this is okay, this is fine. But it's not really like football. There's not really going to be a whole lot to get excited about. But to me, this gives you something to get excited about. And that's what the spring game has always been about. It's always been about building the buzz towards the season. And when you got rid of that, and I'll stand behind Gerald McCoy as he talks about it, man, he is adamant that the spring game matters. And it's something that's an important thing for the team, for the fan base. I'm with him on that. But when you add the 7-on-7 stuff, it makes it a little bit more like a simulated game, like a little bit of a scrimmage. Is it a full-on game? No. Is it a full-on scrimmage? No. But that adds a little bit more on-field football element beyond just position drills and one-on-ones and things like that. So I'm more here for this. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it out there. Daughter's got a soccer game at the exact same time that I'm coaching, so got to be there. But I'll be really intrigued to hear Jay's notes and thoughts on what happened that day. Again, you're not going to take too much away from it because it's a scripted, organized, controlled environment, but you will be able to know, okay, what's John Mateer look like throwing the ball? How do these wide receivers look like against coverage? Who are some of the dudes that are battling and physical along the offensive and defensive lines? Some of those things are going to be positive that you can take away.
You're going to be able to even see the wide receivers and DBs going against each other. You get to see the young DBs getting some work. See the future of what the secondary is going to be. You'll see your safeties go out there. Heck, you may get a Michael Boganowski hit across the middle. Don't fret. There's a very good chance that Baba Yaga is going to get a good hit on somebody. But you'll also get to see the size of a Kendall Daniels and his stature, and you'll be able to be able to witness how big of a dude he truly is. You'll be able to see the linebackers rotate. You'll be able to see the, like when the O-line and D-line go against each other, see those edges fighting with the tackle. There's going to be so many good pieces that will allow you to get an idea. It's not going to give you definitives. And I agree with Gerald McCoy on this one, that you really do need a spring game to be able to take a portion of the scripting out where they got to play football like they're playing football. But the only thing that, to me, that hurts is that the pass rush can't really give you much because they can't hit the quarterback. Like, it's not, you don't get that full simulation because they have to stop. They got to pull up. The dude's got a jersey. Plus, they don't want to take out their, quote unquote moneymaker there because he's the starting quarterback. You've got to protect him. And so, yeah, I agree with Gerald on that one, while at the same time, I think this is sufficient. Most of us just want to see one-on-ones. We want to see people battle each other. We don't need to see the scheme. We don't need to see true play calling. We don't need to see, a scheme of one person and another. We want to see the players go against each other. That way you can see, oh man, that dude's fast. He's a good job of recovering. You can do that. You can see a guy, he does a really good job 7-on-7 in this zone and recognizing where the play design is. That's what you wanted to see. You care more about that, and you want to see John Mateer zip it. If anything, if John Mateer throw like 4 deep touchdowns, everybody's happy. That's basically what you want to see at a spring game anyway, right, John? Like, what else do you truly want to see? You're not trying to, occasionally you want to see somebody get lit up, but you don't want to see your own teammates, your players get hurt. You don't want to see somebody get hit and they get a concussion and they're out for months. You want to see them be able to do some tackling, but for the most part, you just want to see deep runs. You see broken tackles, and you want to see them go. So, to me, a 7-on-7 is sufficient.
Final thing I want to discuss here: Michael Fasusi leading the team in warmups.
John, it sounds like he's winning over everybody. Like literally, all we ever hear about is 56 is ridiculous. 56 is good. That dude's a man-child. That dude's a monster. It's all you hear about is 56. And that's usually for people that have no clue who that is. But when he gets in there, he's recognized immediately. Mm-hmm. It tells you everything you need to know. I do not be surprised if post-Michigan you see a lot of Michael Fasusi in the starting lineup. I would not be surprised. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts against Illinois State.
Right.
That would not surprise me. And if you want me to be real honest, once the portal opens, that's going to tell you who's starting. Because if someone that jumps in the portal that you didn't expect to jump in the portal that's supposed to be starting, that will tell you right there. I think that our guy may have taken somebody's job. Same thing with Ryan Fogier. We both know that both of them are really good, and there's a chance they're going to play. And I expect a lot of rotations out of them. Now, granted, I still think my offensive line is still Sexton, EPL, Troy Everett, Waywu, and then Derek Simmons with probably Fasusi right behind him, guard Ozaida. Isosa right now is center, but I think we're going to get another one because we need a veteran. And then right guard with Fogier, with right tackle being probably either Jake Taylor or Isaiah Autry-Dent. There's a really good chance that, there's 2 names that I haven't mentioned yet that probably end up in the 3 deep just because of how talented Michael Fasusi is. And there's a good chance he's going to start as a true freshman going forward.
Yeah, at some place, like at some point in time in the 2025 season, he could be a starter for you. So it'd be fascinating to see what they do along the offensive line because Bill Bedenbaugh is going to want to get his 5 best on the field. And if that turns out to be, Michael Fasusi at left tackle with Jacob Sexton moving into guard like they tried to do last year, it wouldn't surprise me one bit.
At all.
And that's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop. For your second listen of the day, go check out the Locked On NFL Draft with Damian Parson and Keith Sanchez as your favorite players get ready for the next level. Get the latest draft rankings, rumors, and news every day. Find Locked On NFL Draft on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Go check out his channel, Unfair Sports, over on YouTube. You can follow me at John9Williams. You can read my work covering the Sooners over at SoonersWire.com. The show is at Locked On Sooners on all of your favorite social media platforms. But until next time, he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. Boomer
Sooner. Would not be surprised about Fasusi, though. I'm telling you guys, the dude is good.
Arrow pointing up.